Hi guys, I'm going to be making a goose today. So I'm most excited about using this recipe from Chaoshan in China. Now that place is known for their goose and the way they make it. There are 2-3 ways of making it, and obviously this is an inspired video. I've never made goose before. However, I'm very excited about this, and obviously I want you to be on this journey with me because goose is a treat. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is defrost this goose, and after that I'm going to wash it really well. I'm going to check for any feathers or quills, and then I'm going to rub this vigorously with salt and wash the salt off and let this dry. Okay, I'm going to start the goose now. What I've done is I have washed it very well. I have taken off all the parts that I don't need to use, and it's going to be scrubbed with salt. I also want to show you what the goose fat looks like. Apparently it's liquid gold, and you can use that for roasting potatoes and a lot of other vegetables, so I'm going to save that for later. This is the fat that's come off, and here I've salted the goose. Going to wash this again. After the salt was washed off, I have stuck a bottle through the goose, so I made it stand upright for the water to fall out. It's going to take at least 10-15 minutes. I've turned the AC on, and I'm hoping that it dries up real fast. In the meantime, I'm going to be cutting and chopping some ginger and garlic. The goose I got from JPS. I'm going to tag them later so you can click on their page and order one for yourself. I'm going to be using mushrooms, ginger, garlic, chicken stock, fish sauce, soy sauce, sugar. There's white cumin powder, there's some spring onions, and I have some cinnamon, bay leaves, cloves, and star anise. I'm just going to roast the dry masala. The goose must be at least 3 kg, so for that I've taken 3 bay leaves, 3 cinnamon sticks, a teaspoon of black pepper. I wanted to use Sichuan pepper, but you don't get that here. 4 or 5 cloves, and I'm just roasting that. Add oil to a big pot like that, and then once that's hot, that is 1.5 inches of ginger that I've sliced, and that's at least 8 to 10 cloves of garlic. I'm quickly going to saute this. Into this I'm going to add the roasted 5 spice actually. You get this freely in other parts of this world, but not in Pakistan. Never mind, we can make this ourselves, not very difficult. To this I'm going to add a cup of mushrooms. These are dried mushrooms. I'm just coating them with the oil, and later on when I add water to this, they're going to cook. To that I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin, and I've just added half a teaspoon of red chili powder. I want it to be a little chili hot. Okay, so before this burns, I'm going to be adding 3 tablespoons of sugar, and just saute it around a bit. Add water, just about half a cup, so that the sugar dissolves. It's smelling phenomenal. Okay, sugar has dissolved. At least 2 cups or 2.5 cups of soy sauce, and I'm going to add at least 2 to 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. I might add more soy sauce later. Alright, that's done, and it's time to add this beautiful bird into the mix. I've taken some spring onions. I'm going to stuff the cavity with all the spring onions, and I've taken at least 2 to 3 inch sliced pieces of ginger. Stuff that in. I have some chicken stock right here as well. I'm going to put that in. This is my addition instead of salt. Okay, I was hoping that this would not open up, but that's not going to be the case. So I'm just going to take this, place it in, brown it a little bit. And by brown, I don't literally mean brown. I mean as in the color of the soy sauce should cover this entire goose. And you know, I could have used brine to tie the legs as well, but it's okay. Just adding a little more soy sauce. So in total I've added 3 cups. I'm going to add some water to this, and it's not going to be hot water. It's going to be room temperature water up to about here, so it kind of covers half the goose, and let that boil. I think it's going to take me at least 2 hours. So I'm going to cook this with the breast side facing down. I'll add some more water. I just wanted to show you that the breast side should face down because all the meat is there. Oh man, it's really smelling good. And that's it. I'm just going to cover this and cook this on medium heat. Just remember to turn it around after an hour. So let's see how long this takes. The internal temperature for this should be 165. So if you have a thermometer, you should use it now. 1 hour gone, nowhere near being cooked. I've had some freshly grinded back chili powder because I was just grinding that over there. Add a little bit left. This is tasting and smelling really good. Now this is, as I said to you earlier, from Guangdong. 3 cities over there. I want you to Google them. They have their own ways of making this delicious Chaoshan marinated goose. I would love you to get some more info on that. 2 hours done. I flipped the side once or twice in the middle as well so it cooks evenly. I think I'm going to check now. Yeah, it's much better, but it's not fully cooked. Okay, 3 hours then. Day has turned into night. It's been 3 hours and this is still boiling, but that's okay. I really didn't have to do much with this. I'm going to check this and see if it's done. Nope, I'm going to let it cook a little more. I just had a taste of the broth. It is simply delicious. It's very different to chicken. I think it's much nicer. The addition of ginger, garlic, spring onions has elevated this alongside the salt, pepper, and the the bay leaves and the cloves and star anise that I've added to this. I'm going to use this stock for something. 3 hours 45 minutes and I've taken it out. I'm straining it, letting the liquid fall in through the strainer and then letting it rest for 10 minutes. Shall cut it up. And while that rests, I just want to show you I've taken about 4 to 5 cloves and I've taken 4 red bird's eye chilies. You can use any chili that you have in the house, some lemon, and I have some honey over here. I'm going to make a dipping sauce. Some salt and a little bit of fish sauce. You can also add a little bit of vinegar to give it more volume. Time to cut this beauty. And that's ready. I'm just going to serve this. I want you guys to make this real soon. I would love for you to try some goose. I'll tell you where it's available at. Hope you like this recipe, guys. Make this dipping sauce more often. This is a real yum one. Thanks for watching.